Okay, so for example 5, it says indicate which symbol, element, or not an element makes each of the following statements true. So I want you to go ahead and try and think your way through these problems. You know what an element means and not an element means. So go ahead and pause the video now. Okay, hopefully you did what you were asked and you have answers, so let's check them and see if you're correct. All right, so part A says 0 and the empty set. So is 0 an element of the empty set, or is 0 not an element of the empty set? And in this case, 0 is not an element of the empty set. The empty set is the set with no members. It can't have anything in it. Now the second one is 10 to the 24. Is it an element or not of the set of all x's such that x is equal to 2 to the n, and n is an element of the natural numbers? Well, so what they're asking us here is 2 to some power that happens to be a natural number, is that 1024? And so hopefully you thought about it and didn't just give up. But if you played around with some numbers, then you would know that 2 to the 10th power is 1024. So 10 is a natural number, so that would fall in the pattern of 2 to the n. So 1024 is an element of that set. Now then, for the next one, again, we probably had to do a little bit of thinking here. It says 3002, is it an element or not, of the set of all x's such that x is equal to 3n minus 1, and again, n is a member of the natural numbers. Well, to see that, we probably need to set up an equation and see if it's true. So they're asking us, is 3002 a solution to the problem 3n minus 1, where n happens to be a natural number? So we could set up that equation and solve it and see. So if I added 1 to both sides, I would get 3003 equals 3n, and n equals, if I divide both sides by 3, I would get 1001. 1001 is a member of the natural numbers, so that means that 3002 is an element of that set. Now the next one we have is x. Is x an element or not of this pattern 2 to the n, and n is an element of the natural numbers? Well, can we take 2, well, if I do 2 to the first, that would be 2. If I did 2 squared, that would be 4. If I did 2 cubed, that would be 8. So no matter what I take 2 to, I'm going to get some number. I'm never going to get x. So x is not an element of that set.